I've been thinking about the good times. I've been sleeping through the long nights. I've been shining in the sunlight.
Hello everyone, I am starting a YouTube channel, and so today I wanted to talk about the things that you need for you to when you go to UIF. So that is my biggest challenge right now, is to talk to myself in the camera. But anyway, so they just that they must record as you go if you want to start a YouTube channel. So I said to myself, you know what, let me just record for myself and record myself, and that's why I came all the way back here to record. So I'm a clueless mom. Everyone who starts on my YouTube channels, Lana, they always have like information like, well, people are so experienced in being mothers. I'm a first-time mom. I don't know anything, so I wanted to start a YouTube channel where I can share my clumsiness, my things that I've forgotten, things that make me a clueless mom, that I'm sure that will make you learn in the process. So I may not articulate things right, I may not record things right, I may miss some information. I don't know. We all gonna be learning as we go. So today I want to talk about my experience of going to the UIF offices. So one of the things, when you fall pregnant and you're working, most companies do not offer you full maternity benefits in terms of your salary. So what the government has done is that every month you contribute in your salary towards your UIF for when you either lose your job or when you go on maternity leave. So what the government does is that they subsidize you for the amount of money that your company is not going to give you. So if your company is paying you 50% of your salary because you are not going to work, the government is meant to compensate you for the other remaining portion. It depends on your contribution every month, I guess. So I gave birth on the 16th of January of 2022. Sorry. Damn it. I gave birth on the 16th of January 2022, and so I hadn't claimed my UIF because every time I went to the UIF offices here in Durban, Pinetown, I would always see a long line outside, and I told myself I'm not gonna be standing in lines. I'm better than that. As a result, I was broke for 4 months because I'm going to work next month, and it's gonna be my 4th month. Anyway, I went to the UIF offices the other day, and it went a little something like this. Turns out that long line I didn't have to stand in. There's a queue for maternity people, and it's specifically for maternity people or people that are claiming a certain thing, but my queue was much shorter. So ignore the lines when you see them outside. Proceed and ask the security guard to tell you exactly what you need to do or where you need to go, and they will take you to the place. Okay, so you get in there and you need to have your forms ready. If you don't have your forms ready, if you don't know what you need to bring, you can go to the UIF online system, and they basically tell you exactly what you need. So just Google UIF. They will show you everything that you need, and you can actually download some of the forms from the UIF website, or you can actually Google some of the forms, and you can print them and send them, and they are still applicable when you go to the UIF offices. So what they needed from me for my UIF benefits is the following. They needed they needed my doctor to sign a form, which they already have online. It is, I think it's called an insurance form. It's got different things, but I'll put them up here. So I needed the doctor's form. I needed a form from a stamped form from the bank. I needed my salary schedule from my employer. I needed a confirmation from my employer that my maternity leave is supposed to be starting on this day and it's going to end on this day, and it needed to correspond with what the doctor's note also said, which is I delivered on this day and my maternity leave starts on this day. So basically, you take all those forms, they get verified at the offices, they then get confirmed if like they are the right forms or whatever. So there's different queues within the UIF system that you need to go to for them to verify your documents. So they verify your documents, they verify that you have the right surname, the right things. So let me just tell you something. If you are married, or for some reason you decide to change your surname for whatever reason, you need to make sure that your surname at Home Affairs, your surname at your bank is the same as your ID. As basically everything needs to correlate. If anything is incorrect, you will be sent back, and that will delay your payment. So I'm currently waiting for my payment, which they said is gonna be at mid-May. So I'm gonna let you know if that happens, if that actually happens. But so far, from what they told me, everything is going to be done according to what they had. Everything is going to be done. So there are people that have not been paid, and because the queues are so long at the UIF place, they take their own sweet time to actually go back and verify why they haven't been paid. Yes, sometimes those delays can happen, but I can assure you that the system works because people around me have been paid. So I'll let you know though how that process goes, and if I have had to go back to the UIF offices to get it. That's avocado. I've got avocados, I've got mangoes in the yard. So one just dropped from the tree. I'll check if it's actually ripe. Hold on. There it is. I don't know, it cracked. It looks ripe. It looks ripe. All right, I'll put it right here. Better not be any snakes. There's so many trees, my goodness. Yeah, so I'm gonna wait for my UIF things to come through. So what I would do if I was still pregnant and waiting to go and for maternity leave, collect all your documents from your HR department, because there are documents that you need to have, and sometimes your HR department can be the reason why your maternity benefits are not being fulfilled at the UIF offices. So collect those, and I mean, you can't obviously claim your UIF while you are still pregnant. You need to have proof of the fact that your baby was born and that you are on maternity leave, and that's going to come from your doctor. So you can only go back, I'd say maybe after 6 weeks of your baby being born, so that you can start getting paid your salary, and you can get that over and done with. Do they have places for you and your baby to wait at the UIF offices? No. You are literally in the queue. If you don't have a babysitter, you have to bring your child. There's a lot of women there who had tiny babies with them, which is very sad. I don't know why. There's no crying room, there's no changing room. You are just within the people. And now it's winter, so I was worried that if I bring the baby with me, that there was gonna be, people are sick and it's in a confined space. So there's no place for a baby. There's no place. I didn't see a place to change the babies. There's no place, and also they actually ran out of chairs at some point. So I would suggest that if you have a C-section, don't go there while you're still in pain. Wait a little bit until you can actually stand in a long queue for you to go back to Home Affairs. I mean, people are very kind there, so you would obviously find a seat, but I would say don't go there if you are still in pain. Another thing is obviously give yourself a full day to go when you go there. I went there in the morning at around 10 o'clock, and I was out of there by 1 o'clock. So it is a bit of a wait, but it's not as bad as other places that I've heard where you wait the entire day. But in Pinetown, we didn't wait the entire day, and in Pinetown they are very professional. I don't know, there's just a sense of like urgency, a sense of professionalism at the Pinetown branch, so which was very lovely, unlike my Home Affairs Pinetown experience, which I'll talk about one day. Yeah, and then if you want to follow up on your application, they do have a hotline that you can phone, and it's quite efficient because they check basically how far your application is, and you also get an SMS on how far everything has gone. So guys, that's my experience with the UIF. I haven't gotten my payment yet, so I will let you know if I was actually paid. How much is not gonna be no, it's gonna be my problem, but I'll tell you basically like a ratio of how much was paid to me. I don't know if it's the same for everyone, but yeah, I'll try and see how much information I can actually give you. Yeah, bring something to eat when you go there. All right, this is where the avocados are falling from. Basically, these are the trees that are surrounding me in our backyard. This is where I'm basically standing. and anything could happen. I'm literally walking around just hoping there's no snakes and everything. Yeah. So as I'm about to wrap this up, have your documents ready, bring your ID with you, make sure that everything correlates with everything that you have. Make sure that your name, your surname, correlates with your bank information, with your HR information, with your doctor's note as well. So everything has to be absolutely the same. It doesn't matter that you have the same ID number across, but you need to have your name and surname exactly the same as well. Otherwise, they do tend to not pay you or delay the process of you getting paid. Yeah, stay tuned for more information, for more videos about just me being a clueless mom and me learning along the way, and hopefully we can learn together. There's the baby. Cheers, bye.